Barry Humphries' Dame Edna Everage was a beloved international megastar, but the legendary pop culture performer had other characters in his arsenal, and this was the film made around his repugnant politician character, Sir Les Patterson. Barry Humphries is a fascinating figure. He was an innovative artist and theatre performer, actually probably what we would call creative producer today in post-war Melbourne, where his art peers were the likes of Marcus Clarke, Albert Tucker, the White Witch Valley Myers. As an artist, he was a Dadaist, and I once stood next to the great man, Gough Whitlam, at the opening night of the National Gallery's Surrealism exhibition many, many years ago, admiring Barry Humphries' Puss in Boots work, and Mr. Whitlam turned to me and joked, "But what does it mean?" Humphries debuted his character Edna Everage in 1955 in Melbourne, and she took him across the world. He played her in a few films. She was the aunt in the Barry Mackenzie films. But in the 1960s, Edna took Humphries to London, where he became part of a comedy mafia that included the likes of Dudley Moore, Peter Cook, Spike Milligan, the Goons. Humphries toured the Edna character for decades, and while she would become a TV favourite at his stage shows, Humphries also had a few other characters he would roll out. Sandy Stone was an elderly man in a nursing home, reminiscing on life back in the day. I saw the Sandy Stone character a few times. It was almost anti-comedy. I found it so unfunny, but also very observant about Australian culture. And Les Patterson, a sexist, foul-mouthed, alcohol-soaked, yesterday's hamburger still greasily visible on his tie politician. And while Patterson is parody, I think we don't need to actually name names when we say we see elements of this character in our own parliament or sending us texts trying to get back there. In 1987, Humphries made Les Patterson Saves the World, that imagines Patterson as a bit of an accidental James Bond figure saving the world from a bioterror attack being launched by a foreign colonel played by Tao Pangalis, an Aussie actor who was huge for decades on American daytime TV soap Days of Our Lives. It has a who's who of Humphries' pals in the cast. Pamela Stephenson as the Bond girl-ish figure, Veronique Crudité, and even Joan Rivers as the American president. Edna was a favourite guest on Rivers' late-night talk show back in the 80s. Directed by the Man from Snowy River director George Miller, not the Mad Max one. It cost a fortune to make and made back only a fraction, just over $600,000 at the Australian box office. David Stratton wrote once that this is quite possibly the film that ended the 10BA tax incentive for film production in Australia, which was very lucrative. It gave filmmakers back 100% of their investment. After Prime Minister Paul Keating attended the premiere and was seen and heard to be visibly furious about what an embarrassment the film is and a rort of the funding subsidies the government provided, allegedly. A bunch of different people have thrown copies up on YouTube.